It's Rent Control Day. The Tenants Union of Washington has organized a rally at the steps of the Capitol building in Olympia. Tenants from cities around Washington state are gathering in large numbers to fight for their housing rights and to demand rent control legislation.
Speak out, continue to be loud, continue to be kick-ass radical, and they will pass your bills. I'm speaking from experience.
Toya Thomas was a renter at the Renton Woods Apartments. When her building was taken over by new management, they decided to no longer accept low-income rent assistance vouchers.
2 years ago, I just thought I was living this nightmare that we were told we had notes put on all of our doors, all of the women that had, low income, Section 8. Our rent could have been paid. They was not trying to work out anything. They just wanted to put us out because we were under that label.
Corporate landlords and speculative rents have led to a steady decline in affordable housing in Washington state. Almost half of all renters are cost-burdened, paying more than 30% of their income on their rent.
Over half the people in my apartment building, when I moved there 4 years ago, are no longer there. This is something that just didn't happen. This was something that had been in the making for years building up, and it's called pricing you financially out of the city that you perhaps grew up in or you lived in for a long time.
In most Washington cities, landlords can force renters to move for no reason and with only 20 days' notice, even when renters pay rent on time each month and follow every rule in their lease. Debbie Simmons, from Tacoma Tenants Organizing Committee, went through a harrowing time when she was served a no-cause termination notice at the Tiki Apartments in Tacoma.
The property owner had sold the complete building, all the apartments, all of them, to remodel. So we all had to leave. I was in my apartment just wondering, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And there was a knock on my door, and it was Amy and Kate introducing themselves and kind of telling me a little bit, about why they're there. And I'm like going, what, who in the world would be here to help me or us?
I'm part of a team that organizes tenants to fight for the rights that we need in this state. We do community organizing, we do know your rights education. The laws in the state are self-enforced, which means that there is no agency or body that informs tenants and landlords what their rights and responsibilities are, and there's no one that enforces those rights. So our first step is to be out there teaching those things to tenants, to other tenants just like us.
There is a real imbalance of power between landlords and tenants, because for a tenant, that's their home, and losing your home is a loss of freedom, a loss of opportunity, a loss of consistency in your life, and the loss of that home can force a tenant to stay quiet when they probably need to speak up, can force a tenant to put up with substandard conditions when they deserve to live in decent housing. That power imbalance creates a fear that can spread in an entire building, where tenants begin to fear even talking to one another.
The Tenants Union helps renters advocate with local government for better protections. Trained staff and volunteers run a renters' rights hotline to answer tenant questions. They also hold walk-in clinics in Seattle, South King County, and Spokane, with pop-up clinics and workshops in other cities.
Don't get any concessions that you don't ask for.
Tenant union is so vital right now in the state of Washington because of the housing crisis. Homelessness numbers are not decreasing, they're increasing as we speak. And we try our best, every avenue that we can, to help people stay in their homes and in better living conditions. And that's our mission and our purpose. We advocate for tenants' rights. It builds up a collective community fight to say, we're here, we don't own homes, but we rent, and it should be equitable in housing.
The tenant union is instrumental and explaining to people what they don't know. And I praise them. I thank God that there is a tenant union, because without one, there would be a whole lot of people losing their apartment, and they can win cases for you.
We came together, we fought. Tenants Union was up there to help us. They told us how to fight back, and we were the first ones up there in city council telling our stories, pleading with the city. And there was actually a ordinance written up while we were fighting, where we were actually able to stay there while we took it statewide.
We need tenant leaders to lead the movement. We are tenants. All of our staff members are tenants, and so we believe that the tenants should lead the movement for change of rental housing policies.